I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, we're back on. Back on there. Anyway, go Killmonger in Black Panther. Spoilers, by the way. Sorry, didn't. Had Killmonger in Black Panther actually broken any laws since arriving in Wakanda?
Well, he did refuse to fight T'Challa.
Yeah, but then he was king at that point. He had been officially coronated.
Yeah, so... Well, no, because if his opponent's still alive, then the match still goes on.
Yeah, if you interpret the reappearance of T'Challa as the resumption of the challenge, then yeah.
Fair and square.
The friendship between boys.
Since he technically never achieved victory.
Yeah.
Let's fight.
And since he refused to fight, it ended up with his guards turning against him.
Yeah.
And that's what his arrogance cost him.
Yeah. Well, that's what one of the guards said. I'm loyal to the throne, no matter who sits on it. And well, since he never technically won the throne, he didn't have a right to it.
And I think another rule is that a king has to follow even the king has to follow the laws.
Yeah.
And I think he broke that one rule, and thus he suffered mutiny.
Yeah. I wonder if the bubble, salvo attack would have just ended him right then and there. Well, we'll never know now.
I lost! I've got a long ways to go if I'm gonna become a hero.
Really? It's you?
My
Here
king.
I thought I'd drop in to see which musclehead was up next.
We have two choices. We can build a new playground for the children, or we can build a panther statue. A panther statue. But the children, you can never have enough panther statues.
Is that a mosquito? Where did I put that bug spray?
Mosquito?
But
So you're Hades.
we
You
have
use Zack
already
and try to
have too
cast terror
many.
into the darkness.
So,
Are you being blasphemous?
you're acquainted with the
Do you
spider
blaspheme
chicken.
the goddess Bast?
Terra is my friend,
Yeah.
and I hear he triumphed over the darkness. He's not spineless.
And that's basically my interpretation of
'Cause I heard different.
Black Panther.
You see, it was Chickenheart who asked me for a little, shall we say, instruction on how to use darkness in the first place.
Never.
And he was so close to doing it too, when the sap went.
It's a
and
work in
got cold
progress.
feet. Now, if that ain't cowardly,
Sorry?
I don't know what is. But you,
I say, well, it's a work in progress.
why not flit over here
Yeah.
and demonstrate some real courage for the
But it's not
winning
as good as...
team?
Interesting.
It's not
Well,
bad.
Tony Stark is brilliant. I
A no
love
thank you,
your
godliness might
interpretation
have
of Tony
sufficed.
Stark.
Fortunately, I
Yeah.
still get to destroy you. Rules say you face me next. And I
The
have a whole
arrogant
lot of
prick that
darkness
is
with
Tony
your
Stark.
name on it.
Get back here, Hades! Man, if only I were up against him.
Register today and you'll be as cool as me. Well, not exactly, but
You gotta avenge me and Terra.
you'll be on my side.
I will.
Thumbs up.
That's just as good.
It happened when I tried to save, so let's see what happens. No, it doesn't seem to...
Who loves Tony Stark? Well, all of you do. Even I love Tony Stark. And that is because I am Tony Stark.
Okay, I can meld commands. Couple more Blizzaras. I've got a lot of Blizzaga commands with abilities attached that I've got to level up to keep. Blizzara, Blizzaga. Let's use a Wellspring Crystal. Triple Blizzaga. Interesting. Her ice magic is off the charts.
You think mere charts can measure this? You hear me? Also, I find it odd that you don't have a heal command at all.
Not gonna need that. I have forgotten.
Famous last words.
I'm just fighting the god of the dead. Jesus, not like this. Oh wait, no, Ice Titan. Okay, and now a lot of my ice magic probably won't do much.
Oh wow. How does it feel to be fucked in the ass by your own dick now?
I never said one-on-one.
Oh, and Hades.
No fair, Hades.
I
And
suppose that's in the
Hades.
rules.
Rule number 2.
The Ice Titan
Combatants may
Hades.
call for backup.
I said one-on-one.
Maybe you better call yours Bluebird.
He's already here.
Don't, Zach.
Bitch,
I
please.
can do this on my own.
Oh, yours, Bluebird. Ooh. I really hope you're OP as fuck.
That's it, you're done. I don't believe this.
Okay, that's Hades dealt with. Whoa. Yep. Done.
Learned diamond dust.
I knew that snow cone wouldn't cut it. I need a real Titan.
Is that another gold dust gimmick?
Stay tuned!
No, we've had
Diamond
diamond dust already.
Dust.
Stardust. What's
Be like-
minty dust, marrowing dust,
Next time.
Stardust.
dusty
Oh.
dust, dusty dust,
Oh,
and that weird
yeah, you're the
BDSM
champ.
bondage
We gotta
stuff you used to do
celebrate.
with Louis Vuitton.
That won't really
The
be necessary.
artist formerly known as gold dust.
Yeah,
I
all
thought
that
it was-
stuff. I remember when
Tommy's
it came out
back.
to me.
Hooray. Yeah, sorry about that. We don't know what happened. The stream just sort of cut out.
have to leave
But
right away.
I thought it was
Besides, I still
cool
have
that in
some
Black
training to
Panther
do.
they made
Fair
the
enough.
characters have
And I'm
thick
sure the work in
accents.
progress,
I like
after
when they
all.
pay attention to detail in movies.
Well, how about
Yeah,
this?
that's true.
I become a hero.
Yeah.
then
It's
we
like
go on a
in
date.
Wonder Woman. As much as I love that film, there's a part where they're at
Herohood, here
they
I
are
come.
at a German gala in Germany, and Chris Pine and a German woman are talking English in German accents.
It's
And I'm like,
over.
why?
Man, I finished today's training in record time.
Because they couldn't be bothered to learn the language.
Yeah. It's like they're in a German setting in Germany with no reason to suspect anyone
You wanna be a
English
hero,
speaking
too.
is around. Why are they speaking
Strength alone
English?
won't make you into one.
Wouldn't you get shot for that?
I know. Strength alone
Yeah.
won't make me a true hero. I'm starting to figure that out. I look at you and Zach, and I can tell there's something more.
Mind you, they sort of do that in
You've
Black
got strength
Panther
in
as
your
well,
heart,
but
too.
they
Never
do
stop
speak.
trying. And one day you might
I don't
just
know.
become a true hero after all.
I'm not versed in African languages. Is Wakandan a language in the film, or is it a dialect of, I don't know, an African language? Like
I think it's like
Swahili?
I think it's like a mix.
Ah. So, in answer to your question, Tom, yes, I am OP as fuck at the moment. So, Disney Town. Let's... Yeah. But yeah, the thick accents were pretty good. Even if Seb wouldn't stop laughing because he kept thinking of Ugandan knuckles in the cinema.
Seb would have
No.
to do that.
Yeah.
Wow,
Racist
even I watched
ass
that.
me.
Even I watched that film. I didn't think of Ugandan knuckles.
It's because Seb's a racist.
hero is offering his help.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure it's influenced by African dialects. Yeah, it would be.
Somebody, come quick!
Wait, Uganda's an English-speaking country anyway, so, you know.
What's that? Trouble?
And when I did,
Justice to the rescue!
They do, they're just an English-speaking language, it's just they have a specific accent. Oh, I know, that's what I said. I said they do have one, it's just it's primarily now an English-speaking country.
does anyone like South African claw?
What?
Yeah,
New
yeah.
catastrophe!
Andy Serkis is great.
Monsters have turned up
Yeah.
again over in
I actually
Football
prefer a
Plaza.
South African
They're
claw
all yours now,
Yeah.
Captain J.
Monsters.
as opposed to
Tell
German
me
claw.
the first are here.
Yeah.
Monsters? Well, too bad. Not on my list.
I didn't know bona fide heroes got to pick.
It's like I like
Stand a chance of surviving.
Australian
You-
Deathstroke.
Fit them into my schedule.
I love Kanaka. I love
You said you were
Trix's.
Captain Justice. You
Those
can't leave
days.
those menacing things.
Charlotte's sister was awesome. Nerd. Oh yeah, definitely. I loved her.
Do you hear that? Somebody's
Oh,
calling
Shuri,
Captain
Shuri.
Justice's help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are these? The real question is, what are those?
Sounds like this catastrophe can't wait. But I'll be back here in a jiff.
I remember her from an episode of Doctor Who.
Really? Who was
Sure
she?
you will, Captain.
She only
Useless.
appeared in like one
I don't think
episode.
I'll stay here and hold my breath.
Yeah, but which one
think
was
it's-
it? I remember it if you mentioned
help
nothing.
if you want.
Would you?
I think it's the
that'd be
episode where,
just Jim Dandy. Someone needs to trounce those fiends at Fruit Bowl.
what's her name?
Keep them away from the plaza.
I'll
I
try.
wouldn't remember the name,
Just
but
give a holler once you're ready.
trying to
and I'll
remember,
explain to
like,
you how Fruit
companion
Bowl works.
name.
oh right. Bill
She was with
the
Peter Capaldi. No, Clara.
Clara.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently she was in the episode where Clara died.
I think I might remember her vaguely. I'll have to go back and look.
Yeah.
The way they handled Clara's death, though, was just awful. I mean, it's like Stephen Moffat has this reputation for ruthlessly killing off character. He's never killed off a character in his life. I like how she teased the king about being royalty and needing to wear better shoes. Yeah. Yeah. I don't understand what I'm doing, but okay. Why can't I just kill these?
Gotcha.
Because that would be too easy.
Apparently there's talks of Denzel Washington joining the... People want Denzel Washington to be in Black Panther 2.
That'd be good.
Yeah. I mean,
you play volleyball with
yep. I'd love there to be a Black Panther 2.
There will be. There's no way they're not going to make another one of those.
If they can make money off it, they'll do it.
It seems like almost no one knew who Black Panther was prior to Civil War. I didn't know, to be fair, but then I'm not a big comic reader.
I saw him in.
Kind of weird comic dyslexia. Heavy focus.
I knew I only knew that he was. The only thing I knew about him is that he married Storm.
Yeah.
I think by the time Black Panther 2 comes out, they need to have already done a new X-Men.
Yeah.
So we can like introduce Storm into the Black Panther universe. Well, movie.
Yeah. Well, the Black Panther is basically its own universe as far as I'm concerned. You could have a mega franchise just spinning off that. I wouldn't object. There's so much there. Oh my god, Denzel was good in The Equalizer. I haven't seen it, but... I don't understand what I'm meant to do here.
Get the goal.
It's like, yeah, but how am I then... Damn it! Damn it all! Right, I've got to do this to pass this world, haven't I? So...
I hope someone does a music video of the Marvel Cinematic Universe with the Black Panther singing Hasadiga Ibawai from the Book of Mormon.
I've not heard that, but it's from the Book of Mormon. I'm sure it'll be good. Oh, the Equalizer is worth your time. I will give it a look.
It's really cool. One of the best musicals ever created.
I take it you're talking about the Book of Mormon.
Yes.
And not the Equalizer starring Denzel Washington.
That's right.
It was as cool as the first John Wick. I haven't seen that either. Like, I've got a big list of movies I need to see. Like, that I haven't yet. And it just keeps growing.
Oh yeah, that's also got Alfie Allen in it. Oh yes, Alfie Allen, the only sane member of that family.
I don't know enough about the Allen family to comment. I know that Lily Allen is a person that exists.
Yeah, she's crazy apparently.
How so?
Well,
The Equalizer being a musical, sure. But I think anything should get the musical treatment if there's a talented person to do it. Like, I want to make a Star Wars musical.
well, I hope it works.
Yeah.
Let's not forget the ill-fated Lord of the Rings musical.
I heard it was
Come on,
good.
Come on, if Bleach can get a musical, anything can.
Well, Death Note had a musical.
Quit playing it and get to watching cool movies so we can have a conversation. I'll keep that in mind.
There should be a Sonic musical.
No.
I'm pretty sure there is one somewhere.
No. Look, the fan base is cancer enough as it is.
I was thinking at some point.
Sake.
I was thinking at some point of doing a Sonic the Jerk musical.
Oh god, okay, that would work because it has a full understanding of the multiverses and isn't being arsehole-ish about it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I know a guy who's done a Mario musical.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I just keep thinking that every time I think of Mario, I think about drums. But I just look at hot Mario. The only way I can get this fat bastard to even come and do anything is to say that I'm baking him a cake. I don't even own a stone.
I just make my servants do it for me. Because I'm a princess.
Yeah.
Oh, Princess Potato. Oh yeah, Mario wanted to say you're a bitch.
What?
Remember that Sonic for Hire thing with Princess Potato? The other woman that Mario slept. And the actual Peach has got Stockholm Syndrome.
Who's up for a Devil May Cry musical?
Yeah, that would work.
The good Dante and not, the other Dante.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I actually found that Square Enix did actually try to reboot the Lego game, by the way.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you can
It was
do
fucking
something about
horrible.
this, but Sam is barely audible unless I'm imagining his speech, and Sam is barely audible unless I'm imagining his speech and he isn't present.
Oh no, I'm here. Hold on, you can hear me. Right?
Who's Sam? No, I'm kidding. Alright, yeah, I'll see if I can tamper with the party audio just a second. Oh, come on, please don't crash on me. Adjust microphone level. No, that's my microphone level. Adjust audio mix. Okay, how about now?
I don't know. You're hearing me now?
Let's just see if that adjust audio mix.
Sonic makes a trip to Nintendo Land.
Oh, we're still doing that thing where Mario is basically completely unaware of the real world and all he does is cause problems for Luigi.
Yeah.
How about
Mario, you
now?
can't keep standing on children's toes! Wow!
It's just that I just need an
where they were making. Do you remember the woman who discovered uranium? Basically, there's this thing where she's played the Nintendo too long and acts like Mario, and it goes over the top so when they bring volatile chemicals, she keeps jumping on their heads and throwing, and thinks that this really corrosive.
I'll.
I've got cancer. Just get into your fucking lab and discover uranium. And when he opens the lab, it's literally built like World War One.
Right, I've set the chat audio to like. I don't know if I can get the party audio any louder over the game audio, but how's that?
Thank you so much.
I hear him a little bit. I hear him a little better. Good, good.
Oh, please excuse me, Your Majesty. Where
And,
are my manners? My name is Aqua.
Well, I wanted to do this storyline because it would be a great excuse to rip on Nintendo.
A little bit, have a little. We're already ripping on Sonic and basically making him BoJack Horseman without any of the redeemability.
Yeah. Oh, and Sonic is a fan of Samus Aran.
Yeah, that's better. Cool. Cool.
What's Samus Aran?
From Metroid.
Oh, Samus. Right, sorry
Yeah.
you say it so fast.
You're very kind, Horace.
And he doesn't know she's a woman.
Of course.
You can't count on him for anything.
He's
I
only
still love how
played.
it is that whole breaking away
You're saying
marchy
his real
thing.
name is Pete?
Yeah.
Well, it sure
Where he has robots.
Pete never does anything for anybody.
Well, he has clones.
That get up
Yeah,
is just
clones.
to get folks to vote for
Clones
him.
of
He
Betty
wants
and
to win
Veronica.
a million
And
dreams
Sonic makes
award
that joke
and
in the
hold prize.
joke where he just thinks
Million
that it's
Dreams
just some
Award?
weird fat loser who has probably never
What is
even
that?
seen a real woman. And Sally says you can't say that about people, that's offensive, and she just says the same thing when she's been around him long enough.
But Pete seems to have the wrong idea. He thinks that dressing
Yeah.
up as a hero and proclaiming that he is one
Oh.
will win him votes. What really makes someone a hero isn't what they wear or what they say. It's the things they do and how they treat everyone.
Right.
Well,
So,
in my book,
okay.
Aqua here is number one. You got my
The Equalizer is something I've got to add to my list.
Thanks, Horace. I promise
I'll send you my list sometime so that you can laugh at how many I haven't seen.
It's not as funny as it used to be. Believe me, I've seen it. It used to be bigger and it used to be a lot more
being
hilarious.
popular
Yeah.
is
But it's
A
gotten
lot
smaller
of-
with age.
Yeah, a lot of them are crossed out now.
Much like his penis.
Who do you think
So
will
what-
win this year's Million Dreams
So
Award?
what haven't you seen?
Oh.
Apart from the Equalizer.
Wayne's World.
No, I have since seen that.
Oh, wonderful. Wayne's World 2.
Although Mickey Mouse is the face of Disney, I never remember she exists. That was Minnie Mouse, his wife.
Well, girlfriend. They still didn't get married.
Ah, nothing wrong with that.
I can double dip my mouse too if I can. Woohoo.
Apparently, Mickey Mouse has nightmares about marrying her.
We have multiple winners. The
That's
Million
just-
Dreams Award goes to
Pretty much how Max Goof has nightmares about turning into Goofy.
Oh, don't you worry, I don't watch that many movies where you might see me.
Ben and Tara were here?
What about that Song of the South?
Oh yeah, Song of the South.
Everybody voted
Why can't we get that?
Now I
sorry,
want
hang
to
out
see
with
that
Uncle Remus.
laughing place.
No. Better try the other
We
one.
need someone to dress up like Uncle Remus.
The road
It's
I
on
think it'd
them
be Uncle
zippity
Sam.
doo dah days. Now that's the kind of day you can't open your mouth without a song and a zippity doo dah zippity.
Oh, Pete, I think you tried to do something
I
good.
created you
I've
two
been
characters
pretty
from
caught up
Marvel.
with Marvel, but I've never seen any of the Iron Man
A couple of
ones.
citizens must have found the goodness in you
I created
because
you all to be
actually got a few
loving
votes.
creatures.
They
You
really
tell
wanna
some
look
that's
out
at
for them.
Disney.
Iron Man 1's
Oh.
alright, you can pretty much skip Iron Man 2, and I like Iron Man 3.
Pete,
I don't understand why so many don't.
you and care about you. How
Trevor
can you look
Slattery.
down on that? I've tried to forgive a lot of things you've done, but this is too much. Now you finally crossed the line.
like that matters to me. Besides, what are you gonna do about it?
and let you cool off for a while.
I'd love it if Minnie just gave him the electric chair.
Like, I mean, there's a twist midway through Iron Man 3 that a lot of people hate. I don't mind it, although I do have to admit it leads the third act without much of a... without much of a villain.
Unless you watch one of the mini, like, films.
Well, no, it still leaves the third act without much of a villain, because, like, if you're going to take something with that much presence away, you've got to replace it with something. And Guy Pearce just wasn't really... I mean, I like Guy Pearce, he did a good job, but it wasn't a replacement.
However, it's brought up again in Ant-Man.
Looks like our other two winners couldn't make it to be with us today.
So there's still hope.
I
would accept the award on their behalf.
keep thinking we're in the presence of the honest trailer guy voice. No, Ian is not the honest trailer guy, although he very well could be one day.
Ian's voice is amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, I don't know
In a
about
world
that.
where crap things happen. Terrible movies are given production rights just because someone sucked the right dick.
Special. An ice cream flavored just for you.
It's the next DC
Very
movie.
ice cream.
That's right, you people didn't ask for
I wish
this.
I had my
Or if
own
you
ice
did,
cream
you
flavor.
asked for it to have
What's
quality.
it taste like?
Unfortunately,
Go on, try it.
it has nothing like that. Watch as your favorite characters are bastardized in ways you really, really didn't want to think about. Starring
If you want to
someone
see-
you will complain about playing the Joker,
Delicious.
someone who will sexualize
Couldn't have
Harley
picked
Quinn,
a better flavor.
and Wonder Woman as the
all
only
very glad you
redeemable
enjoyed
character
it.
in this entire fucking franchise. It's Warner Brothers Cash In 26.
Who does she think she is?
Because
Got me
you know
placed
they're
like
not gonna
this.
give this shit
Well,
up.
I'll just bust out of here and...
Quite fool. You do not possess that.
If you want to see your favorite DC characters in action, you're better off watching the animated movies.
Sniveling and heed my
Yeah.
words.
Because you won't find it here.
If you do exactly as
Yeah.
I say,
Or,
I know
if you
Ian,
want to
so...
see
Oh, she wants you to say Wakanda Forever in your awesome voice.
Oh, and you can count on me. Just get me out of here.
Okay.
And you can tell me what to do.
Wakanda forever.
very wise choice.
That is awesome.
Proceed. With your help, soon every world in existence will all be mine.
My
Wait,
first
so-
order of business: to build a panther statue.
Another bloody one.
But my
You
lord,
can never have too many!
You can never have enough panther statues. Stop questioning my judgment, or I'll lead you to the giant panther.
Or you'll be locked in a room with my sister.
And a panther statue.
To remind you of your blasphemy.
You will love the panther statue. Panther statue is love. Panther statue is life.
day mate. She said, no. Yeah, we're gonna probably do a fandom of the Yakuza games. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Ian's our Kiryu, obviously. He's the only one with the voice for it.
Oh, thank you. I'd love to be Darte as well.
Yeah. I'm sure we can make that happen.
Well, some people may have to play multiple roles.
Yeah. It's like, although, Sam, if you want to be Majima and Saejima, you're going to have to do pretty different voices for both. because they share a lot of scenes.
I know. Well, I'm planning to do Majima a bit more high-voiced than Saejima, who's I'm probably going to do a bit deeper.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to do like Saejima a bit more, not deeper, and then have Majima just like a crazy-ish voice.
Yeah. Do you guys need to do a spoof or something?
Nice to see you.
I did tell you we were going to do that Metal Gear Solid Abridged movie one shot. Like, which I'm still working on as soon as I get time to write more scenes of the script and motivation to do so. So yeah, that is in the works.
I've still got to show Liz some. I've still got to set up the GameCube at some point and get Liz to watch some of Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. Because let's face it, Twin Snakes is the best version of the original Metal Gear to play. Metal Gear Solid to play.
Your Majesty, why did you cancel the construction of the hospital? We need another panther statue.
No, it is now a hospital in the shape of a panther statue.
As experiment 626.
Everything will be panther statue, even this planet. King, you have gone mad. Mad like a panther.
626. Small.
That it also has a statue to commemorate how awesome it is.
But he didn't look vicious.
So you have seen him.
Yes.
You wouldn't be seeing
He's
that
in
if
the
you were a
ventilation
panther statue.
Blast. He got away again.
Someone has built a white gorilla statue outside the city.
Naturally occurring Zarbon. Oh my!
Sam, I still have a weak spot for your voice and Ollie's naturally occurring Zarbon. Well, thank you very much.
Trying to stow away, are we?
Lord Freezer, I need to use the space Skype.
What could you possibly need to use the space Skype
stay
for?
close.
Well, I need to call my girlfriend. Our anniversary's coming up, and I want to see where she wants to go.
Captain Gunter.
Hold. Did you hold the phone?
The fugitives immediately.
Oh.
Yes.
And here I was thinking you were. It doesn't matter.
What? Well, it matters to me because. Well, it matters to me because frankly, it sounds like you thought I was.
Lord Freezer, the Genesis. Oh no, that minion just died. We'll have to continue this conversation on the 22nd of November.
Could you clean that up? We'll continue this conversation never.
Our weapons are of no use against them.
Zarbon, who did you leave guarding Ian?
Nor do we have time to.
Jack! You left Jack to guard Ian!
Your assistance would be
I'm doomed.
Grand Councilwoman.
I thought he could handle it. Jack couldn't handle a bottle of raspberry schnapps, let alone Ian.
Crisis. Jumbo and 626
It's true.
And these monsters are expecting attempts to apprehend them.
Once he gets hit by that silky, leathery voice, he's doomed.
Again failed to carry out your duties, Captain. Will you?
I'm gonna die.
Of course.
I don't think you'll die. You'll just like come here and start banging his head on the bars.
Should
Let
you happen
me
upon our fugitives,
out.
please do whatever you can to apprehend them intact.
You want me to capture Dr. Jumba and experiment 626?
But you can't just. That's my job.
You had your chance, Captain Guntu. Now you will stand down and await orders.
Hey, it's Goro from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Thank you for your help, Aqua.
Of course.
Soft bubblegum.
Experiment 626 was carrying a wayfinder.
So it's absolutely Freezer. Freezer.
Are Terra and Ven here too?
It's pronounced. Sam, did you get that?
That is absolutely free, Freezer. Thank you.
Spiders.
Okay. Ian is Kenshiro. Okay. Christ! Anyone ever tell you you're already an asshole? Hello, Jack. Jack's here. Hey, how you doing? Alright. Nope, that's not where I'm going either.
As the King of Wakanda, I have ordered the construction of shelter for the homeless in the shape of a giant panther.
My lord, are you not getting slightly obsessed with the image of a giant panther?
You can never have enough giant panthers statues. They are so beautiful.
Oh. Character's invite. Why won't... Alright. Oh, Jack says invite. Just a second. Alright. There's a lot of them.
Good day.
Good day. Well, I say good day. Team 4-star review episode will break YouTube when it comes out. Yeah. Especially since it might be the last one. It's going to be an hour and a half long, so, you know, if it is the last one, it's a hell of a finale, but...
The fan base is pretty toxic.
All fan bases are toxic.
Yeah, all fan bases are toxic eventually, sadly.
Yeah.
At this particular stage, I'd be happy if they did end it with the Cell Saga. I think that's just a good place to end it.
It is a good place.
The mess that is the Boo Saga.
They would make it good though. And I like the Boo Saga. It's not as bad as people say. It just went on too long.
The thing which I liked about it...
that's my only problem, is that it just goes on for too, goddamn long.
Yes. I did like it for the fact that Hercule actually did become a hero throughout it. I mean, I like when he beat up that gunman for shooting Majin Buu's dog. I thought that was particularly good of him.
No, he says, where is the panther emoji when you need it? Every emoji can be replaced with the panther emoji.
Which is what T'Challa says every day.
What's particularly good about it is that now I don't have to think about who's going to be voice acting Majin Buu, which was actually weighing on my head for a good long time.
Well, they haven't definitively said they're not going to do the Boo Saga. They're saying they might not. And Kaiser says it's a very important project to him, whether it ends with Cell or Boo. And he's gonna... It's like, we just don't know, is the thing. He said... they've said that the Cell Saga might be the end. They haven't confirmed it or denied it. But I think that means we treat the Cell Saga as the end of it until they say otherwise. And they've said definitively they're not doing Dragon Ball Super anyway, so...
Well, at least they'll still do Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Well, they did Evil Goku with the pink hair, God knows why. So I guess that's good enough.
Well, it's not really.
So things coming along playing as Aqua then?
Well, I've leveled her up to a ridiculous degree.
Oh, ridiculous degrees. Where would we be without them?
Yeah. Alright, eliminate all of the unversed. Shouldn't be a problem.
Before ridiculous degrees, we had cheat codes. Either way, we found our ways to ensure that we had an unfair advantage over the game.
Well, I can't wait till you have enough time to actually play Warframe with me.
Yeah.
Well, I could play that. I could play that now if you wanted. All I'm doing is just playing Star Wars Empire at War.
Well, I wouldn't mind playing it at some point because I'm pretty much at a point where I'm on a mission which actually requires multiple people, but I'm also leveling up a bunch of equipment.
I was dying to hear Vegeto's voice better. Yeah, it really is a shame that we might not get that. But the thing is,
Vegeto's voice isn't really going to be difficult to imagine. I mean, you just get the voice, you just get Masako X, and is it Tarakado 101?
Takahata 101. And that's not really the point. They were going to do it, and now they might not. And that's a shame. Like, when it started, they had, like, ideas for casting for Boo. But then, obviously, projects change as they evolve.
Can I be Boo?
No! We have all the roles casted on the main page! If you don't take the damn time to read it, then expect to be flamed!
You sounded just like Mallory Archer then, Ollie.
How's that?
It sounds nothing like Mallory Archer.
Just in the way you complained there. I haven't had that much better to do, so I've just been watching episodes on Netflix.
Well, Archer's a good thing to kill inside.
I'm not particularly proud of it.
Why not? Archer's a good show.
To some, maybe.
Is it because it's a spy thing and you think the spies are in a certain way?
Yeah.
Okay,
oh, for God's
sake.
I consider it a bit of an...
Or is it because it's not The Simpsons?
No, I can put up with other comedies beside The Simpsons.
You can put up with good stuff?
Of course. I could ask you the same question, Sam, given how much you keep talking about WWE all the damn time.
Touché.
I still don't know why you watch it. I mean, all you seem to do is say everything that's bad about it.
I don't watch it, that's the thing. I don't have to, because they've done everything they possibly can so that you don't need to. Why would I watch Raw when literally everything important that happens can be summed up in clips they put up on YouTube that last maybe 2 minutes? Why bother watching a 3-hour show that they themselves have admitted is maybe too long, and if they deal with Fox goes through, they will have to cut Raw down to 2 hours.
Well, I was excited when Raw was announced to be extended to 3 hours, because I thought that meant that would be more time for the mid-card to shine. Turns out it wasn't.
Also, am I the only one who sits there and thinks Ronda Rousey's basically going to be a fucking massive flop?
One moment, please.
Yes. Nope.
You think it's because she's they're gonna make a girl Brock Lesnar?
No, they're trying to make her Stone Cold. That's the problem.
Oh.
They want her to be the female Stone Cold Steve Austin and Stephanie to be the new Mr. McMahon character, but they forget the fact that the fan base despise Stephanie being involved in any way because she's clearly not qualified for the job that she has. And she doesn't have the same thing about her as Vince, because Vince knew that he had to take a licking sometimes in order for the show to work. And Austin is capable of speaking and brawling.
Oh god!
Again.
If you've seen Ronda Rousey act, she's.
No, I haven't. I've heard she cannot cut a promo properly.
She's not good. Yeah. But yeah, Super definitely did deserve a bridging. Oh, is that what he said? I miss 90s wrestling. Oh, right. There was a time a company called TNA was actually good because it did the things that 90s wrestling would do. Like with the outlandish characters.
That's the thing I hate about the Attitude Era. People don't understand, especially people who started watching in 2000s onwards, how much shit we had to go through in order to get quality stuff.
Yeah.
There was a lot of shit to go through. There was all, the fact that the exploitation of the Mexicans, the Mexican wrestlers, that they all had to be racial stereotypes. There was the fucking brawl for all, which doesn't need explaining at all for why that was a horrible waste of 12 months.
I'm back.
You think they'll still continue Southpaw wrestling?
Yes, I think they will still continue it because it is just comedy. That's really all it is. Like John Cena playing a really old-fashioned guy who doesn't think women should be wrestling.
Glad you brought that Lucas aid.
What? If Team 4-Star doesn't abridge Dragon Ball Super, someone will.
Yeah,
I mean,
it will do it right,
someone will try.
But will they do it right though?
Whether it's done right or not isn't the point. The fact is they'll still do it.
Yeah. But whether or not someone will do it right, it will keep being done wrong until there's a definitive version that people accept as the right one. Just like the several Dragon Ball Z abridged series that existed before the Team 4-Star one. Rousey is overpromoted. Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she is overpromoted. They brought her in. I don't know how much time she's actually spent at the Performance Center. But, it's the fact they've given her Roddy Piper's stuff, and I know that Roddy Piper's daughter has apparently been completely okay with her using her father's stuff. But it's still... They're treating her like she's a big deal, and so far she's been mishandled absolutely atrociously.
Yeah.
I mean, you just need to look at a Royal Rumble thing where they've now made a song to mock the fact that all she does is look really fucking awkward and lost and just point at the sign. I mean, hell, it felt like Asuka blew her off just for the sheer fun of it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. Shaking your hands, get the fuck out.
I'll never understand this inexplicable boner WWE seems to have for mixed martial artists.
I know, I mean, when you see that they've already got two of them, and Shayna Baszler is probably the closest they've got to one that's...
Shayna Baszler's good, though.
Oh yeah, Shayna Baszler's good. I mean, she plays the role good, but she also spent a couple of years on the indies, so she kind of, honed her craft a little.
Yeah, it is.
Whereas Ronda Rousey's literally just coming from getting her ass kicked a few times in UFC, and then turning up on WWE.
Yeah, well the thing is, she would never have accepted this while she was at her peak.
Well, that's the thing, she's not really that relevant now. I mean, she only has her name, the fact that the world knows her name, but nothing else. We haven't seen her wrestle, she haven't seen her wrestle, and we probably won't see her wrestle till WrestleMania. And that's a very hit and miss time to do it, because if she really, really doesn't if it becomes basically like a gimmick thing, because she said she's going to be full time, so it's not like a one-off celebrity thing. She's actually going to wrestle.
Well, say what you will about when they had Stephen Amell do it, he at least looked like he knew what he was doing.
Well, he was a fan of already when he did it. Well, the thing is that Steve Amell was a fan of wrestling before he joined up, so it's more than likely he thought he didn't see this as just a whole, well, I can use this to just promote things. He actually thought, might as well make it good. I mean, he's probably aware that celebrities
And he's a trained stuntman, so
yeah,
like, he does his own stunts on Arrow, and it's like that. And so he knows how to take a bomb, I would imagine. There are some transferable skills in acting and wrestling. Like, Stephen Amell is a legit tough guy.
Well, I just think that Rousey's match will not live up to any hype that they put up to it, and it will not get the desired effect that we think it will, although they will delude themselves into thinking it has itself. The Brock Lesnar Roman match, that it's literally just to get the title off of Brock at this point, because he's gone after this. He's not coming back.
Excellent.
Yeah, he's done. But then again, you know, if Roman gets allocated in that steroid trial thing, then it'll be Braun who goes in.
I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Right, I've got to meld some more commands for abilities then, it seems.
Treating it like you're making meth.
Triple
How else is he
Blizzaga.
supposed to treat it?
Mess hall. You see, I thought you said meth hall. Oh yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Would it make more sense if Ollie went bald, or put on a pair of black thick glasses and had a goatee?
Poisonol.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thought, Ollie. I mean, how are there any ways you can think of that would make you look more evil in your on-air image?
Yeah, probably a few.
Dress him up as Sephiroth.
I think we should dress Ollie up as a clown and just have him recreate Kill Bill dressed up as Ronald McDonald.
You know, for a time I thought Ollie could actually cosplay Aerys Targaryen by decorating his wheelchair to look like the Iron Throne.
The wheel throw.
I got that idea when we were at Alcon and Ollie got this picture taken with that guy dressed as the king from Zelda. I thought if he had that picture taken as Aerys Targaryen, he could point at the chap next to him and say, "Put a load of this guy."
Alright. Oh, I can also meld a Blizzaga with something, I think.
Why don't you do that then?
And another triple Blizzaga. Okay, I'll have another one of those in my... Like, I didn't want to turn Aqua into an ice mage build, but damn if that's not what's happening.
Yeah, this just kind of happens, just accept it what it is and move on.
Where's the prison level then? Like, I don't actually know where it is I'm supposed to go.
The prison is in your mind, Ollie.
Oh. Right.
I just wondered I just thought to myself, how would a Templar answer your question?
Yeah. This isn't the place I was asked to investigate. Right, so... Nope.
Earlier I got so bored I actually considered a way on I actually asked myself, how would I improve on the Animus if I was in charge of it?
Right. You must have been bored.
Yes. I thought to myself, I'd probably combine it with the STEM system from The Evil Within. Make the Animus more interactive by synchronizing the mind of the person who's in the Animus.
Does anybody...
Take that. Gotcha.
Are you gonna say, does anybody want to get out first?
Yeah, I was gonna, oh, okay. Does anybody remember when Assassin's Creed was good? Because it's like...
No.
In some cases I'd say it still is, given that it's highly popular among a number of people who I know.
Well, I know,
the last
like,
time...
the series is clearly not going to go anywhere. It's like... They're just going to keep making them until people start buying them. And
unfortunately people are stupid and will continue to.
Well, apparently Assassin's Creed Origins was quite good. But, you know, I played all of them, right, up till Black Flag. And by that point, Black Flag was good, but then I stopped halfway through Assassin's Creed Rogue, because I was just so burnt out. And to this day, I've not had the urge to pick it up again.
I've often got
Didn't that guy who made it just say he didn't want to do anymore and they just fired him because he didn't want to make any more of them?
Yeah, that happened. He said he wanted to end the story.
The last time those games were good was Assassin's Creed 2.
One thing I didn't particularly like about Brotherhood is that we didn't get any confessions out of the assassination targets. He just stood there and told them to rest in peace. One of the confessions is one of the things I found most interesting about the story.
Tell me your life story while I slit your throat. I genuinely want to know.
One would think having a spike shoved into your jugular would impede one's ability to soliloquize, but...
You know what's funny about Assassin's Creed 2?
What?
Ezio's voiced by the guy who currently voices Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, that's way past cool.
That is pretty funny.
They didn't do anything daft, they just did something that looked pretty cool.
I like the way it actually all ended by having every single character from every single universe basically kill all the animators.
Well, wouldn't you if you'd been animated to cause yourself severe grievous bodily harm?
Oddly enough, the exception of Fleetway Sonic.
Look out!
I mean, they had Sonic, Shadow, AB, and they also had, well,
You must be
they had Sally, the
626.
Grounder, and Scratch.
I have orders to take you in.
Scratch
They
and
even got
Grounder.
Heavy and Bomb.
I think you and I need to talk.
Bomb never made any sense.
When does any of
He
it
self-destructs. He self-destructs, and apparently he's completely okay.
Robotnik.
Also,
the greatest genius.
Wasn't there technically the chaos part of chaos? Kind of fun. And Ian, guess who is going to be appearing, who might be appearing in the comics again?
Who?
Mighty and Ray. Oh, it's our favourite homeless duo. Which I still find it annoying that they've been removed from the Chaotix because Sega.
Isn't these the two people who are in that bar on that Sonic short?
Yeah, Ray and Mighty were actually members of the Chaotix originally when Knuckles Chaotix first came out. The Chaotix themselves were Vector, Esbio, Charmy, Mighty, Ray, Heavy, and Bob. Which is odd considering that Mighty actually was created before Sonic was.
Sam, what do you think of that Tanglewood game I sent you a video for?
Tanglewood?
Yeah, that game that guy developed for the Mega Drive and actually got cartridges made.
Yeah. The thing is, people have been making mods and putting them on cartridges. I thought it was only a matter of time before someone actually starts making new games altogether.
Yeah.
Because you know that the Dreamcast was pretty much used by people to make new games, and they're still being made on the Dreamcast because apparently their technology is so easy to work with. The Mega Drive was only a matter of time. I mean, hell, I actually have a modified cartridge for my Mega Drive that works fine. That's literally just an emulated game put on a cartridge.
Yeah, I've seen the making of Tanglewood, and man, making a Mega Drive game is complicated.
Yeah.
It makes me feel bad for all those really terrible games that came into existence.
All that work for nothing.
Yeah. Huh.
Robotnik. The greatest genius.
I'm wondering who would win a fight between Robotnik and Megatron.
Megatron would win, obviously.
He's big.
Yeah, but how?
Stepping on him, probably, or blowing him up with his fusion cannon.
Yeah, but I would imagine Robotnik would probably try and fight back with one of those machines he merges with the mobile of his.
You'd think so. I mean, he dealt with.
Megatron would still win.
He didn't do very well against Sigma, so that didn't work out well.
He never does very well against Sonic. Like, if you can't handle, admittedly a very fast hedgehog, like, what's he gonna do against Megatron?
Well,
but isn't he?
That's the thing. Robotnik on his own he's not really that good. I mean, hell, again, 24 years worth of comic books, and he didn't really win anything. And then at one point, when the 200th issue came out, he had a nervous breakdown because he'd lost too many times. Watching Robotnik tear out his own beard and start speaking gibberish is actually kind of a sobering thing.
But isn't it Galvatron now?
No, in the comic, from what I understand, Megatron, he became Galvatron, but then after getting frozen in ice, thanks to the Headmaster's cartoon, he was brought back as Super Megatron to fight a newly resurrected Optimus Prime.
Suppose it had to happen.
Well, Galvatron.
Did you ever find any of those?
Broken.
Did you ever find any of those stop motion videos I pointed out to you a few streams ago?
I haven't really looked for them, to be honest.
Oh.
I haven't really been. I've been too busy with dealing with trying to help us out and fix up the PS2 so it can play certain things.
Okay.
I mean, that was the last thing that got to live before the post just stopped. promotion? What for?
Like, Jim Sterling noticed this, I'm sure you guys will agree. Whenever the next cycle of consoles comes out, Sony's going to be facing an uphill battle. Because they've fallen victim to the same cycle that every other major console publisher does reliably with console cycles, because they were on top this one, everyone loved them. Because of Microsoft falling victim to the same thing. And what happens is, a console does something great, so everyone buys it, and then they get complacent and start being a bit anti-consumer or like not being cool with things. And then when they release the next one, someone else does something great, and then they're on top for this generation because the other one got complacent.
Well,
So,
the thing this generation is that, well, last generation, yeah, the Xbox 360 did well, but to be fair, they didn't really make any actual money off them, considering all that they lost quite a lot of money with all the replacements they made. Yeah, they had to make fuckloads of replacements, and then PlayStation Plus kind of whooped their ass quite a bit and made Sony basically their money back for the PS3. So in the long run, Sony did okay, and Microsoft kind of, well, nothing really.
And then Microsoft got so complacent that they thought they could get away with anything with the Xbox One. To the point that Sony, to beat them out, didn't actually have to do anything. They just kept things as they were.
To be fair, Ollie, looking at the way Microsoft is at the moment, and their ideas for fixing things, I don't think they'll do as well. They will do that well next gen, because pretty much they've ostracised all the Japanese developers and pissed them off generally.
Oh no, it's going to be Nintendo. Like with it already is Nintendo with the Switch.
From what I understand, they kept saying how they needed more exclusives, but they just kept milking out the same 2 exclusives they always do. And let's face it, some of the Xbox One's other exclusives weren't worth it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Microsoft was on top last gen, and then they got complacent, and now, well, the Xbox One's a bit toss, isn't it? And well, the PS4 was the hot thing when it came out, and now Sony rejecting cross-play, a load of other things, and well, when they came out with the PS3, it was ridiculously expensive for the time, and their response to that was get a second job.
Yeah.
You gotta admit that's kind of a dick thing to say.
I forgot about him. Compared with the vast number of boss fights you've taken on so far throughout the entire Kingdom Hearts franchise, Ollie, I would think this one was probably a bit smaller. Still, I guess they had to have some sort of antagonist in this world, I guess.
Yeah. But,
I'm not done with you yet.
I think the next gen's gonna belong to Nintendo because they finally figured out how to use what they have.
I can explain.
It's like, the Switch was actually the only console in decades that it was okay to buy at launch, because every month they release a first-party IP or something new on it to keep you playing.
Yeah, that was Nintendo's problem for a while, was that they would release a new console and nothing that was worth it was...
That's everyone's problem. That's why
everyone's problem, but with Nintendo it was one of those you have no excuse.
Yeah, because they have so many intellectual properties that they could...
It's not funny, yeah.
How's the weather on your end, Ollie?
But it seems
not good.
He's at least trying to make friends.
Not good. How's the weather?
And dangerous or
yeah.
No, it's practically melted on my end. We're actually getting rain down here.
If he behaves himself, I will consider.
We've still got some snow here and there.
Thank you, ma'am.
I did the Theatre Society show last night. It took me like an hour and a half to get home, even though it wasn't that far.
Do you think maybe My circle of friends could become part of yours. My name is Aqua. My friends are Tara and
You know, it's kind of sad seeing Dr. Jumba in this.
Yeah.
Because last night his voice actor died.
Yeah.
Oh. It's kind of sad because he also did the voice of Cogsworth as well.
Yeah, but the thing I was leading to is, I think I know the one thing Sony could put into the whatever the PS5 ends up being that would kill the competitors in the console, in whatever console race still exists.
We'll go on.
Full backwards compatibility.
Yeah, that would what if it had full backwards compatibility. Also, big fucking hard drive.
Or compress the games. Like either one.
Yeah,
both.
Yeah,
both would be great.
Yeah, something like that. It will murder everything. It will murder everything. If it plays PS1, PS2, PS3, and PS4, that's it. You've basically got one console. You've basically got the equivalent. You've got the actual official console equivalent of the Retron 5.
Yeah.
I'm sure not only that.
For those of you who don't know what the Retron 5 is, it's I think it was a Kickstarter-based thing that's now gone into circulation in certain places that plays Mega Drive, Sega Genesis, because they are different cartridges, but it'll fit both. But this will take both of them. Super Nintendo, normal Nintendo, Game Boy games, all in one console.
I'm sure they will look upon this video, Ollie, and say, amazing. Every word of what you just said is wrong.
Well, it's not wrong and they know it isn't, they just don't want to do it, because if you can't play their old games, they can sell them to you again.
We're so close.
Case in point, we're playing a re-release of a re-release.
Yeah, but to be fair, this was a handheld game that was made into a full working form.
That was ported to the PS3, that is now being ported again to the PS4. A re-release of a re-release.
And that's our map you got.
Maybe so, Ollie, but I imagine they will look upon
Mind you, it's a much larger bundle than
say,
either of the re-releases, so it's more of a compilation.
I imagine they would still probably look upon this and say, this is everything we are not going to do.
Yeah, I know they're not going to do it, but if they were to do it, they would slaughter their competition.
Somehow I get the feeling they probably don't even think they have competition. I don't know why I believe that, I just think it.
No, that's Microsoft. You're thinking of Microsoft.
Microsoft's deluded enough at the moment that they've basically fucked over any chance they have of getting any new IPs because they've basically insulted the Japanese market because they don't think it's worth a damn. Not realising quite a few places have a Japanese developer. So from what I've heard from people like NISA, which is a Japanese company, they've said they hate working, they don't want to work with Microsoft because of their horrible attitude towards Japanese developers, and that they think less of the Japanese market, only because they never sell well over there.
They think that they never sell well over there because well,
it's an American company. I didn't want to say it, but that's part of the problem.
Well, yeah, there is quite a bit of nationalism in the Japanese market, from what I've been told.
From what you've been told, that's a good save there, I think.
Well, I don't want to make assumptions.
I'm not judging you, Ollie. It's just other people who are who in my experience, are all too quick to jump to wrong conclusions.
Yeah.
I mean, make no mistake, I understand what you said is perfectly legitimate.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo couldn't do full backwards compatibility because they've gone through so many different storage mediums in their time that to build a console that could take all of them is just, it's just not a reasonable expectation.
Yeah, you might as well just buy the old consoles like what I did. I mean, I'm happy with my GameCube.
But PlayStation has always been disc-based. So that's not an excuse there.
Well, yeah, but you got to remember that they use different mediums because originally they were using the CD base for the PlayStation 1. Then in PS2 they were kind of in between some CD based and some DVD based, which is why the original black PS3, thick black PS2 would stop eventually playing the purple back discs, but the slim lines would always work. And then the PS3 and PS4 used Blu-ray discs.
You know, for some reason I'm now
Blu-ray
picturing
players
an
play
arcade...
DVDs, and why would they not also play CDs? It's like DVD players play CDs as well. So it's like.
I suppose there is a way to make a feasibly working one. It's just they did have PS3s that did work with PS2s, but they ended up stopping eventually.
For some reason I'm now picturing an archaic console that actually plays floppy disk drives and nothing else.
What, that's the Commodore 64? Didn't the Commodore 64 play floppy disks?
I thought it was something so archaic nobody thought about it.
No, there were games that came on floppy disks, but they were so difficult to... That was when the PC was the only recourse for playing games. And it was so difficult to actually make them work sometimes that most people didn't bother. Didn't Monkey Island come across like 6 floppy disks or something?
Something like that.
What else is out of date at this point? What else is obsolete?
The Atari.
Well, you could argue that disc-based media is obsolete, but...
People will still always want a physical copy of something, like that.
Yeah, like, PlayStation Plus offers a discount on pre-ordering Yakuza 6, and I'm not gonna lie, I was tempted, but I want it physical.
The Sony CDI.
The Philips CDI, you mean?
Oh yes,
Wasn't that made out? Wasn't that made out of their attempt to try and originally Sega was going to make a disc-based system with Sony, but then the Sega of Japan did what it always does and goes, a logical idea? That's stupid. What does Sony know about hardware? Get down on here. And then he went to Nintendo, and then Nintendo fucked them over. And so then they made the PlayStation to basically say fuck you to both Nintendo and Sega. And in Sega's case, yeah, it did kind of kick Sega's ass with Sega Saturn, and the Nintendo 64, well, if we're going by worldwide sales, the Sega Saturn kind of beat the Nintendo 64 in worldwide sales. Overall. That face when you realise the only reason to even have an N64 is literally just to play No Mercy. It's true though.
There's also Pokemon Stadium, and...
Yeah, and Zelda 64.
Both of them, and Mario 64.
I mean things that weren't re-released elsewhere.
What about Mario Kart 64?
Mario Kart is the devil.
I did have
destroyed many friendships and destroyed about 5 countries.
I did have some amusing times playing that on a Nintendo Wii, but that was ever such a long time ago.
Today's the day I shall be rid of you forever.
I'm busy right now.
I only had the Wii I had the Wii for a while and I ended up just using it for GameCube games.
You'll show me up now.
I did like Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Who's that? Ah, that's just Captain Hook.
I kind of prefer Melee to Brawl.
The one on the Wii U was pretty good. It had Cloud in it.
I couldn't connect to that, it didn't have Solid Snake in it.
He was very much the odd one out. Anyway, it's like... He was out of place in Brawl.
Yeah.
I like Solid Snake.
He was only in Brawl as an apology to Kojima.
He may have been out of place, but he was fun to play as.
Yeah.
I mean, I created my own arena where Solid Snake had the advantage.
Well, Snake was only in the game because that whole thing when Nintendo licensed Metal Gear 1 and 2 without his permission.
It was basically a large box, which you could go into by going onto one of the falling squares. And if you don't get out before the falling squares reappear, you're trapped in there, and the only way out is to commit suicide. And Snake is able to get out because he has that hovering ability whereby he clings to something that elevates him out of the box. While everybody else just gets trapped. I wonder if the fact that he was an apology is the reason why they gave him the best smash ability as well.
Well, that's, I don't know if you could definitively call that the best one. It was probably the most broken one, to be honest. It's like, there was no counter for it.
Well, yes, that's why I call it the best one. Though, to be honest, I think I would have preferred him using that railgun which he used to fight the Gecko in Metal Gear Solid 4 rather than that grenade launcher he picked up off Raging Raven.
Never had to fly that high before.
What if we fall?
Or maybe just any weapon which unique weapon that Snake has added to his arsenal over the years.
This is between me and them, Aqua. Men, only the bravest of the brave can claim that treasure.
Yeah, we know.
Tink, if you would. We haven't got all day. Here we go!
Alright, command building. You've got to keep this up if you want them to, although it doesn't seem like I have any commands that can do that. Alright.
Sorry, I was hungry, so I went off to grab something quick to eat.
That is inexcusable.
I don't care what you think. So welcome to pretty much every day of the rest of your life.
Oh god, do I have to endure those?
Yes, you do. Unfortunately, that's life.
Yes, life. Okay.
Is that deep freeze maxed out? Nope.
Do you need it to be maxed out?
Well, once it is, I can switch it out for something else. And without losing the ability that comes with it.
Hey Ollie, next time you see Tinkerbell, tell her you don't believe in fairies.
Huh. Oh bugger.
I want to see what happens.
Oh, that wasn't very clever, now was it? You know what went wrong there, Ollie? You weren't thinking happy things. I suspect maybe my sense of depression is apparently rubbed off on you. Now you need constant fairy dust if you wish to continue flying.
Just hook it to my veins!
Yeah, that doesn't exactly paint a good picture for Peter Pan. He's a young boy who, quite literally gets high on fairy dust.
Yeah.
And harasses older people.
Yeah.
And takes in children.
An old senior citizen who's just got dementia.
Ah, magic has gone up.
Let's face it, Captain Hook's the hero.
You think every villain in Disney's a hero, and so you actually might be right.
I consider Captain Hook to be an unfortunate victim. I don't think it was particularly fair of Peter Pan to throw that hand into the crocodile's mouth. I thought that was especially unsporting.
All Captain Hook wants to do is find treasure. And then Peter Pan comes along and cuts off his hand.
Yeah,
Into a crocodile.
That was not very sporting.
Oh yeah, I have.
I bet Captain Hook was more interested in exploring the seas than anything else before Pan cut his hand off.
Yeah, he won't even let his crew go anywhere else. They have to stay there to kill Peter.
What was his name before? What was his name before Peter Pan cut his hand off? Was it?
It was still James Hook.
Oh. I would have thought Captain Hand would have been more appropriate.
He's a poor old man with dementia.
And obsessive-compulsive disorder, I would think.
Who likes to kidnap Native American children and then lock them in caves and to drown.
Yeah, he's not really a hero now,
If you've
is he?
seen Hook, for someone who hates clocks, he certainly has a lot of them.
Hey, aren't we back where we started?
Oh, well...
Don't get me
I
wrong,
bet he's
I
not
like
even a
that
real
stuff.
pirate.
And to me, that's certainly not
No, he's definitely... well...
No, he's not, but he's just this poor old man that the pirates just, felt bad for, so they're not pirates, they're just these guys, they're just family members who gathered together and oh...
Hi, Evelyn Kennedy, how you doing?
They're like, bless him, we'll just go along with him,
If that were the case, then they're definitely not pirates.
It's the treasure. Then spit it out, you idiot.
Sora had an accident.
Where is Sora? He's on the Destiny Islands. He's like 4 at the moment, so...
What did you do with
yeah.
my treasure?
I think we might meet him at some point. I'm not sure. We have, in previous stories, there are 3 storylines to this game.
Yeah, and you're on the 3rd one.
Yeah.
Is he on the 3rd one?
Yeah.
There's so little I understand about this storyline.
This is before 1.5. It's before all of them. This is...
Yeah, this is the prequel. This is literally when... This is literally... Yeah.
Technically, this is the first one.
Until you play
In terms of the timeline.
Kingdom Hearts game, then you'll get the earliest part in the timeline before anyone existed.
I guess it's a special keepsake or something. But don't
I
worry
wonder what
about
it'd be
him.
like if the crocodile got some fairy dust and started
With
flying.
even better treasures. Maybe
Okay.
enough to fill up their treasure chests.
Yeah, the Kingdom Hearts story is pretty confusing, but
He was here.
this one is about
And someone else.
the original Society of Keyblade Masters or something.
It's nothing.
It's also explaining why Roxas looks the way he does.
Yeah, and explaining how Xehanort came to be as he is.
Or was, or is, or...
Alright, so where to?
I mean, Sora does appear in this game along with Riku and Kairi, but they're very, very, very young.
Oh yeah, I think we ran into Kairi in the last one, in the last part stream we did. I just can't wait for 3. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Like, I started playing through all of these because I wanted to refresh myself.
After this, you've only got 2 more to go.
Such a childish toy.
You've only got Dream Drop distance to do and Birth by Sleep 0.8.
Son of a bitch!
Never mind, he's only got a wooden sword. Oh, never mind.
I've outgrown my needs.
Still jab him in the kidney with it.
Is that Riku?
No, it's
not Riku, it's the evil version.
Vanitas. Evil Ventus.
Yeah, Evil Ventus.
Oh.
Ansem. No, Ansem isn't around yet.
I have to admit, I thought he was Riku when I first saw him.
Sorry, just a second. My controller has run out of charge, so I'm going to have to plug it in.
Oh, that's a fun time to happen.
Where's the thing? There you are.
Yeah, Ansem isn't around yet.
Well, he is. He's just not.
Yeah, he's not who they think he is.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. Okay.
It's the Queen.
Who is the guy? That's Aqua. The first, the first currently existing Keyblade Master. Still on 1.5.
Yeah, this is a bit far ahead.
I mean, I just finished Wonderland. Ah, right. You're quite early on then, aren't you? I don't think you're going to encounter any spoilers here, but...
Well, again,
yeah,
this
that
is
doesn't
before
come out
anything
until
of
the
consequence.
27th.
Well, the thing is that this won't be considered spoiler territory until they at least get Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
You've just finished Wonderland. Does that mean you haven't done Chain of Memories yet?
Oh, don't bother with Chain of Memories. Chain of Memories is awful.
I feel that Evelyn deserves a bit of warning if she hasn't played it already.
Yeah.
Chain of Memories doesn't really offer anything important.
Oh.
Too slow. Too slow.
I warn because I am such a nice guy.
Really, Ollie? You know, you should. I told you to have a cure spell.
Don't need one. I watched my mum play through 1.5. Cool. Right.
Well, 1.5 is technically just 1 and Chain of Memories.
Yeah.
And one of the movies.
Yeah.
Go.
I wonder what a double-bladed Keyblade would look like. You know, like Darth Maul's lightsaber, only it's a Keyblade.
I don't think there would be one.
Ridiculous.
Oh no. Well, no, of course there won't be one. It's one of my little ideas. I think last idea I had was a Keyblade chainsaw.
Yeah. I don't think... Well, the dimensions are of a key rather than a sword, so I don't think they'd really make one.
I used to design Keyblades at school. Well, draw them.
that would kill a lot of people. So yeah, it would. Well, a lot of heartless. Can a Keyblade actually kill a person? Well, yeah, I suppose it can it?
At the very least, you can bludgeon someone to death with it. I think you killed the villain from Mulan with it in the second game, Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh yes.
I don't particularly think the Keyblades are actually particularly sharp, except maybe that one.
He ain't finished yet.
I mean, Sora's Keyblade doesn't even look sharp.
I remember one that I made that was like black and red, and
Can rest easy.
it's covered in barbed wire.
If they're mostly blunt instruments, I wonder what a Keyblade mace would be like.
Well, the mace would be in the shape of the, like, you know, the part at the end of the key.
But what about a Keyblade halberd?
Quit treating me like a kid.
Yeah, that would.
I think you get better reach with that.
What are you laughing at?
I can't help it.
No, it's the dead.
You two would make the weirdest brothers.
Quick, put her in the Lazarus pits.
No, there's no need to do that.
Vanitas and Terra.
I've got to catch up on the Arrowverse today.
Call me old-fashioned, but I do like watching heroes die.
Right. Those are Terra and Ventus. They're the other two characters you can play in this game.
Isn't gonna break so easily.
She basically grew up with them.
That's a real treasure. I think Ventus knew that. That's why he left this behind.
You must really be close. And that's something pretty special. You, and Ventus, and Terra, was it?
Okay.
One day, you should all come back.
I'd like that.
One day I shall come back. Yes, I shall come back.
Why are there only 2 Lost Boys there?
Maybe they couldn't find the voice actors.
Yeah, that would require like a lot of kids coming in.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, you just need the models. They don't all need to talk. Frankly, I'd consider it a good thing if many of the Lost Boys didn't talk.
Oh, we're on the Destiny Islands. Okay, we might see little Sora and little Riku.
Yeah. Also, this game also explains. You remember those charms that?
Yeah, the Wayfinders.
Yeah, them. Yeah, those things. Yeah, this game explains them.
There are the star things.
What are they called again?
Wayfinders.
I mean the fruit.
Oh, the Palpu fruit.
Palpu fruit. Yeah, the
That's it.
There they are.
Yep. Little kitty Aqua, little kitty Sora and Riku.
Chibi, Sora, and Riku.
Chibi, Sora, and Riku, yeah.
One more time. You just got lucky.
Still getting his ass beat even today.
Yeah.
This boy looks so sincere.
Yeah, Aqua, don't stand on his toes.
And this one.
Be funny, but shouldn't do it.
One of you might be special enough. Hey.
Yeah.
You two mind telling me your names?
As we already know from a previous thing.
And you?
Well, Terra's one already explained what happened here.
I assume the 3 you play as in this game you were learning to fight when they were children.
Yeah.
Sora,
Basically, there's this weird thing they can also do where they can pass the power on, which is obviously what Aqua is explaining here, that Terra already did
so
it.
then if something happens and Riku
I
is
can
about to
imagine
get
Terra
lost,
watching this conversation, probably
or
saying,
say he
"They
starts
think
wandering
they're
down
so
Dark Path
special.
alone,
I was being proficient with a Keyblade while those two were still embryos."
In 1.5, does Riku come back?
counting on you to do it, okay?
He comes back
you,
in
you,
2.
you see him a lot in that game.
You see him, honestly, he comes back in 2.
Oh, dude, spoilers. It's
yeah.
Like, we haven't established whether or not this person likes to have the plot spoiled for them or not.
I know some people who don't mind.
But even
But yeah,
so,
Riku does come back, yeah.
But yeah, this entire thing is just, this explains why Riku is able to wield a Keyblade instantly, but why Sora is a bit more complicated.
If memory serves, Ollie, I think you asked me about Ultron before the Age of Ultron ever came out.
I read a lot of guides. Okay, fair enough.
Tell me, what's to become of us?
Spoilers.
Memory serves, I think I replied with Ultron is Skynet.
Stop. Oh, I like that Keyblade. That is a good looking Keyblade.
Yeah, it does look pretty good.
Thing is, she won't wield any of these Keyblades in the next game she's in.
No, she has Ericus's Keyblade.
Yeah, she
passed down
has
from
the
Mark
Master
Hamill.
Keyblade.
Does that mean Aqua is Ray?
Aqua's probably got a bit more going on than Rey at this point. Or even if her story is literally, well, you'll see.
Well, you haven't seen The Last Jedi, so...
Riku, let's see, Riku became Ansem. No, he didn't. Sora has Kyrie's heart. Sora has Kyrie's heart. No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he has. No, he doesn't. He has Vanitas's.
Kingdom Hearts 1. Sora had Kyrie's heart.
He has
Does anybody
Vanitas's
even...
heart.
Does
That's
anybody have
literally how
anybody's
he's able
heart
to
in this
combat.
bloody game?
Look, the problem we've got is that the guy who made this basically forgot a lot of the stuff and just
Kyrie
made it up as he
Sora
went
at one point had Kyrie's heart in him.
At one point.
Look, this person hasn't played the game. Stop being, like, gatekeeper.
Never!
Careful, Ollie, you might find yourself in the black hole.
The black hole.
Stop circling the goddamn black hole. But Riku didn't become Ansem. That whole thing is another mess that is too ridiculous to explain because they don't really explain Ansem that well.
Iron Sam?
Right,
Does anybody even own their own heart in these games? I really don't know.
Well, this game basically pissed all over the whole whose heart is what, because that literally Ventus's entire existence literally stems solely on Sora's existence.
Yeah, but Riku is possessed by the Heartless of Ansem after a fashion.
In a way, I mean, you know what that Ansem actually is, and it's not actually Ansem. It's someone
Dude,
else.
spoilers.
Didn't say who it was.
Evelyn did just ask for truth. I'm not entirely sure spoilers bother.
No, she said truth. As in...
Oh, that's an impression I get.
Play Stitch. We already did, I'm afraid. But where's the next world we gotta go to?
Look wherever there's sparkles.
There don't seem to be sparkles anywhere.
Keep looking, Ollie.
The mysterious tower. We're going to see Yensid.
Oh yeah, you got to take him to see Yensid because Mickey's just passed out.
Oh yeah.
We're going to see Disney spelled backwards.
Yay, back here!
Who is Ansem Gatekeeper?
No, I was calling Sam a gatekeeper.
That's why I made the black hole reference.
I've spent way too much time with the story, and I follow someone on YouTube called Super Silly Buns who tried to explain it, but puts it down to Kingdom Hearts story is messed up.
Super Silly Buns, Super Silly Buns, that's the name of a credible source.
Actually, she's very good with RPGs.
I believe you. I don't know how many others would.
I know it.
Ansem, who is Ansem? That's I can't really explain any of the whole Ansem thing without going into spoilers because it involves a completely different character who kind of technically turns up in Kingdom Hearts 2.5 if you try and find the secret boss, which is only in the final mix version.
So 1.5.
Is this a secret boss which we're not going to be?
No, Ollie's already done it. Ollie's already fought Xehanort in Kingdom Hearts 4.
Oh, that was the thing.
The hooded guy, that was Xehanort.
Yeah, I knew it was Xehanort.
Yeah, he's kind of already done. He's only in the final mix version though, so he's not in the PS2 version.
Right, once more.
I wonder if that boss fight would have made any sense if people hadn't already played Kingdom Hearts 2 and knew what Organisation 13 members looked like.
Yeah, the Organisation 13 thing is a mess to begin with as well.
I think there are a lot of messes to this game.
There are a lot of them. Again, the secret ending of this contradicts the next Birth by Sleep thing, which leads me to believe he forgot certain things that were already established. Either that or he just decided to
climb the whole tower in this, just like you did in the second game.
Aqua, stars bring me grave news.
Yeah, but Riku wasn't possessed by Ansem per se.
Oh god, it's those two.
He just kind of took the form because it was appropriate for what he was doing.
Is this game better than 1.5? I don't really think you can compare them. They're very different games.
Yeah, again, this was like ported from a PSP game.
Yeah.
So the gameplay was meant to be entirely different, but personally I prefer this one to the other ones. Even with 3 separate characters to play as, it definitely adds variety. But also the fact that I know how it all ends, and well, I just like it as a story. I just like Birth by Sleep better as a story once you get the whole thing together.
Yeah, it is better paced, I suppose, but I think 1 and 2 will keep you busy for longer, and they're very enjoyable games.
Oh yeah, 1 and 2 are definitely good to play. Birth by Sleep is fun and adds a few different elements.
Birth by Sleep is strictly for the fans, though. It's like, who's that wizard? That's Jensen.
Backwards.
That's Jensen. He taught Mickey everything he knew. Like, he's
the guy from Sorcerer's Apprentice.
You'll see him again a bit more in the later games. He's got a bit of a bigger role in later stuff.
A way to get you out of this.
He's got a much bigger role. He's got an even bigger role in Dream Drop Distance. Oh god, Dream Drop Distance. That's gonna be hell to go through.
Can't be worse than Chain of Memories.
Okay, no, it's not worse. I think Ian will back me up when I say it's nowhere near as bad as Chain of Memories.
That's right.
The only thing I found interesting about Chain of Memories were the number of Yu-Gi-Oh references we were able to come up.
Just Yu-Gi-Oh jokes all the time.
Merlin's a different character. Yen Sid is a completely different character to Merlin.
He's from Fantasia.
Well, We'll go a little over the 2-hour mark, but I think we might be able to finish Aqua's story in this stream.
That'll be good. If
So,
we
Ollie,
can do
after
it.
this, are you going to order the next one? Are you going to order the next one and go through that?
Yeah.
I do recommend you do Birth by Sleep. Do Birth by Sleep 1.8 0.8 first, because it's going to be the shortest of all of them, because it's literally, if you're having a good day, it will literally last you an hour.
Well, I'm gonna do. We're doing it in release order.
Okay.
That's
It's
always
just,
been the thing.
Okay, it's probably best as well, because the entire point of the next Birth by Sleep is literally to show off some of the gameplay that will be in the third game, and also to retcon a lot of information, and also throw a few hints here and there as to what might happen.
Right, I'll be back soon.
All right.
Okay, if my name disappears, then it just means that my PlayStation has been left on too long.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Good grief, I thought he'd never leave.
I think the same of you.
Yeah, I know. That's probably why you don't invite me when you invite each other. I think I was actually online before you started the stream, to be honest. Anyone would think you didn't want me around.
Well, we were talking about some stuff that was kind of personal, and then we started, and I just I forgot.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there's a few things that, even though I know we have the whole, I don't care what we talk about, there's some things I cannot talk about in front of people.
Yeah. Alright, I can't wait for Toy Story and Monsters Inc. in 3. I know, it's gonna be great.
I still think they should do a thing of Song of the South.
I'm looking forward to the new weapon set. I like the idea of Sora using guns.
I don't.
We must ban games with guns in.
Oh god. You know, Donald Trump says he's going to meet with game publishers. None of the big ones have received an invitation. So what he's going to do is meet a bunch of the smaller ones and try to bully them. But see, he doesn't realise that there's nothing he can do. Because not even the president can overturn a Supreme Court decision.
You mean that whole Supreme Court decision where they were told you can't just keep blaming video games for everything anymore because they've got amendment rights now?
Yeah, that thing that we saw is adorable in Monster Inc. Oh yeah, I've seen the trailer, I can't really remember what it looks. Excuse me.
You know, I
am actually looking forward to the Toy Story one, to be honest.
Yeah.
I believe there was an American president who had in his desk the words "the buck stops here." With Donald Trump, it'd be accurate to use the word "the buck starts here."
I just think he thinks he's got more power to do things than he actually does.
Yeah, like, the president is the most powerful person in the world, but not by much.
Yeah.
It's like...
Well, even he's prone to certain, rules and regulations.
He's a fuzzy guy. Oh, yeah! And we got Mike Wazowski. I love that nobody actually cares about the Kingdom Hearts story, they just want to see their favourite Disney characters in the game. And I haven't...
Again, the story's just kind of just there. Everything else, it's the fun stuff you can do in these things. When they add a little gimmick to each world as well, it kind of makes the world itself a little bit more endearing.
Yeah.
Except Atlantica.
I mean, I have a weird soft spot. Yeah. I have a weird soft spot for the Kingdom Hearts story, as ridiculous as it is. But, the thing I am most excited for in Kingdom Hearts 3 is still the Disney characters.
I mean, I kind of wanted more of the Square Enix characters, but we all knew that the Square Enix characters would be taking, Oh, I love the Spellweavers. I love the Spellweaver thing in Birth by Sleep 0.8. And also she probably points out the person we're not fighting hearts. I know they look like Heartless and are as diverse as Heartless, but they're not Heartless yet.
Yeah, they're called
They look like
Unversed.
Heartless, they smell
Yeah,
like Heartless, but brother, they're not Heartless.
Yeah, sure.
No.
They're not. They're called Unversed. They're completely different things, apparently, even though they're pretty much the same.
They're sort
thing.
of proto-Heartless.
I think that's the nice way of putting it.
Proto-Heartless, Digi-Heartless, even Heartless-ish. You know what I call them?
What?
Murderers.
Huh.
Bit of an impression from Christopher Eccleston's Doctor Who series.
I love that combo.
Are you supposed to avoid the twisters?
Well, there isn't really any avoiding them. You can't move fast enough. So...
Might as well just go in them.
Let's just hope you don't find yourself in one while you're trying to do something important.
Well, there's a limited number of them. I used these to train with the other characters, so I know that they do actually run out. Oh, hold on, let's have a look at my, Oh.
The key saber.
It sort of reminds me of the Simpsons game when Bart and Homer were caught in the alien tractor beam. Bart will either say, "This is cool, but incredibly..." No, that's Homer. Bart will either say, "This thing sucks, literally!" Or you'll hear Homer say, "This is cool, but incredibly painful!"
Another deep freeze. Have I maxed out deep freeze? I have, so that I can switch it out for another deep freeze. Where are you?
A humorous change of pace when Homer was being somewhat prejudiced while he was encouraging Bart to kill aliens. Atta boy, kill things that are different.
Bart, friend.
Homer, bored.
Hold on. Were some of those red ones able to... No. Oh, double flight. Yeah, okay, we'll see you in a second.
I thought Homer was particularly callous in that particular Treehouse of Horror. Quiet, we're missing the dissection. Actually, I'm still alive, so technically it's vivisection. No one likes to know it all. Smothers him with a pillow.
Oh, I haven't switched to that badass keyblade yet.
Yeah, why
I forgot
haven't you?
about that. I will do so.
I believe this is what I was told. Oh, hang on a minute. No, I'm a few minutes behind you. Never mind. Couldn't have been that badass then if you forgot about it. I hate being a few minutes behind in these streams.
You're like 30 seconds behind. It's unavoidable, unfortunately. Everyone's like that.
Feels like a whole minute.
I've timed it. I looked on my computer. It's about 20 to 30 seconds.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Okay, now I'll switch to the other keyblade.
And then you find yourself in another tornado before you get the chance.
And it is superior in every way. Cool.
Have you tried it yet, so do you know that for a fact?
Its stats are superior in every way.
Ah, but it's not about the stats, Ollie, it's how you use it.
Yes, it is. It actually is about the stats.
I now expect you to win in your next fight in absolute mere seconds, and I will probably say, okay, it is in fact about the stats.
Wouldn't look all that impressive.
Give it a second.
I've seen you doing that with all the other Keyblades. I think it's boring, Ollie. If you were trying to impress me, you have failed. Oh, I wish. I wish
Last battle. I'm coming up to it, yeah. Hopefully the story will be done soon.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really care much for the story. I just like watching Ollie die. He does that a lot.
I don't do it that much. Especially in this one.
If I tell a lie, I am actually partially interested in the story.
Yeah.
Well, however many times you do it, I do enjoy watching.
Yeah. Okay, let's get on to the last battle. Then play something else, please. I don't know if I'll be playing anything else today, but what are there games you'd like to see? I might
you were going to try that. You were going to try that Steam idea, weren't you, Ollie?
I don't really know how that's done yet. I'll figure that out, but. Okay, time to finish this. I just like watching this. Cool.
Oh, we all like watching this.
And it's time to finish this. Actually, now, for the purpose of this battle, I'm going to equip a healing spell.
Yeah, why don't you? Let's see how many times you die with it.
That hole looks like a key. Yeah. Or maybe items.
I wonder if it'd be better if it looked like a keyhole.
Nah, cure will do. I should have leveled up some healing magic, but oh well. Where are you, cure? There, yeah. Oh, there's cure. That'll do. Huh. And there's some cutscenes, and then we will fight.
If you had to choose one powerful weapon from a video game, what would it be?
One powerful weapon. From any video game.
Yeah.
Keyblade, maybe, but are we talking melee weapon?
Any? No matter to me.
The master was struck down.
Arsenal gear.
Arsenal gear?
Yeah, you could live in it.
You just want Mount Rushmore heads.
With
multiple faces. But tell me this, Ollie, I have to ask, if you have the Arsenal gears, yeah, and you have like that whole Mount Rushmore thing, will you have Ollie J's head, Ollie Johnson's head, Marty McGregor's, and Magnag's head?
And Bad Luck Johnson.
I honestly think that if Ollie did have his own of his own Mount Rushmore, I imagine all four heads would be me.
And so was the master. I did need to be watched.
Yes, I thought that makes you laugh.
You serious?
No more.
I don't
No,
play
I'm
a lot
not
of
serious. I
games.
just
Play
thought I'd try
Kingdom.
making you laugh.
What else is
Although if that was an impression of J. Jonah Jameson, Sam, it wasn't particularly good. I think you had the pitch wrong.
I know, that was intentional.
I know, it's a problem. We
I'm
can't
trying
really do
not
it
to
as
get,
well as...
I'm trying not to pretend I have throat cancer.
I have playthroughs of all of the Kingdom Hearts games on this channel.
Don't watch them if you don't like spoilers.
Yeah.
The spoiler.
Xehanort wants me and Vanitas to fight. Make some kind of Keyblade. But the Master said we can't let that happen.
Anyway, I was referring to personnel weapons, actually, not some big armoured thing.
Alright, personnel weapon.
I mean, Evelyn's picked the Keyblade, but she says she doesn't play a lot of games, so that's probably her best option.
Relax, man.
Well, the Keyblade is actually very powerful.
It is. It fits the criteria. Good answer.
Yeah.
If I do, guys, I want you to.
The three of us can never be torn apart. Alright? I'll always find a way.
I've got a pretty good idea what weapon you're going to choose, Ollie. I'm just wondering whether I'm right or not.
I'm still thinking.
I'm asking you, as a friend. Just put an end to me.
Do I have to?
If Terra put his hand on Ventus's head, I thought he was going to do that thing Vegeta did to Gohan in the Namek saga.
Behold, these lifeless keys used to be full of
You really ought to watch your back, pal.
united with the hearts of their masters.
Old Anson. Yes and no. You're right, but I can't tell you how that's not exactly true without spoiling.
Yeah, just ask Sam to do it. He does it better.
Countless Keyblade wielders gave up their lives.
Hey, don't bring up my
ultimate key.
the spoiler. I burst into Batman's house and I ruin all the movies he's sitting through.
It's the persona
The
I get on
Titanic sinks at the end. You heartless monster.
It's the persona Your supervillain persona, Sam, is the one I get on best with. Incidentally, there's already a character in DC Comics called Spoiler, and she's a girl.
Well, there's also about 5 Captain Marvels.
Right, okay, Evelyn says she's alright with spoilers. The Ansem from Kingdom Hearts 1 is not actually Ansem. It's just taking his name to make him look bad.
Yeah, pretty much. He's actually the Heartless of this guy.
Yeah, Xehanort is his name.
Xehanort. Yeah, his name is Xehanort. He's basically an asshole.
Or alternatively, you could call him Pan Mr. Burns with a beard.
I suppose. So, yeah. That Ansem that you fought in Kingdom Hearts 1 is just Xehanort's Heartless taking Ansem's name. There is an
and the
Ansem
reason
that
he looks younger is Terra, the guy with the black hair, well, he steals his body.
Flying keys, it's basically Harry Potter.
These games are weird. They are indeed, yes.
They very much are.
And that Keyblade, get used to seeing that goddamn Keyblade Xehanort has, although, you know, a lot in the timeline. And it's not even his.
That's gotta hurt. It would appear he has the key to your demise.
That was terrible. But appropriate.
Ben, are you okay?
But yeah, the games are weird.
Remember a time...
Oh, he's a Vencicle. I
thought the blades were powerless. They're still gonna hurt if you chuck him at someone, though, aren't they?
I mean, if I telekinetically throw a sword at you, it'll probably hurt.
Yeah.
They
are powerless, but he's just throwing them at people, which is still gonna hurt.
Yeah, Xehanort's very, 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 very powerful at this point. And even these three... You see, these three are probably on the level of Keyblade Masters with the exception of Ben.
Who are you?
Mickey? Yes, yeah, that is Mickey.
I don't know if he's king yet. Does that actually come up?
He is king. They have mentioned it. He's just not a full Keyblade Master yet.
Yeah, he's still on his training thing.
Is that my favourite character from Organisation 13?
Probably. Oh yeah, you know why Mickey never mentions any of these characters to Sora and Riku later?
Why?
He forgot. He just conveniently forgot they existed. Because he actually retells it. Well, he retells it all at one point, and then I think Sora even asked him, "Why didn't you tell us any of this stuff?" He's like, "I forgot."
I thought he was dead or gone in one point. No, he's there. He's missing.
Did the Organisation 13 members forget as well?
That is another matter. That is another matter altogether. Oh, Ollie, you hate this guy.
Oh, he has the guns. I like this guy.
Well, he's not struggling with him as much. This isn't so bad.
Indeed. Probably because you can actually see
Terror, he got his ass kicked by this guy.
Yeah, alright, see you soon.
Bye. Well, I think that's because you can actually keep combating at range now. Oh, his guns shoot daggers now. That's a novel commodity.
Fishing for Raga. I love that.
Still, he's not doing the sniper thing. I rather like that.
Well, again, this is before they became nobodies.
Yeah, his name is Brave now.
If he's got the same weapons, he should still be able to. You're forgetting, Ollie, that we're talking in past tense, so you can't say that's what he's called now. That's what he was once called.
Well, again, we've already mentioned before that if he dies, he'll just turn back into this.
I was just about to finish him off.
Oh dear.
Right, I won't actually play with him this time.
Yeah, Ollie, don't fuck with him.
Sure, it gave me something to laugh at.
Well done, you sociopath. How do you like your daggers now?
I like my daggers stuck in the necks of those I hate. Which, as you probably might expect, is a considerable number. Welcome back. And he's trying. Ooh, rain's coming down quite heavily now.
Kiss yourself goodbye. That's the best you've got.
Oh, I guess that
earlier this week, another man married himself.
What is the
You'll find
organisation?
that out later.
That's a Kingdom Hearts 2 thing. And the bad guy is in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah. Yeah, the organisation. It'll say it's one thing. It's. They just like to wear a lot of black. That's all you need to know for now.
That is all we are prepared to tell you at this particular time. You must never know that we are the organisation.
I hope the organisation's actual intention is quite stupid.
Yeah.
And I make it my habit not to be involved in stupid organisations. Or cults. You know, anything that requires you to drink something alcohol.
If you don't like being in stupid organisations, Sam, what the hell are you doing here?
This isn't really an organisation, because that would require there's actually some organisation to it.
That's the point.
That's the end of that.
Plus, this place has no, insurance, and I can live with that.
I mean, the number of times I've said it's up to you, Ollie. It's your stream. I mean, that's just poor management in and of itself.
Don't mess with Keyblade wielders. But you know what? That just means I made the right
I jest,
choice.
of course. Ollie's actually pretty good at organising.
Well, he wanted me to buy time, and I'd say he got it.
When I want to.
Aqua!
I wonder if this game would have been more...
Get me some soup.
I wonder if this game would have been more interesting if that chap you just fought didn't actually have the scar and actually had 2 eyes. And we later realised that Aqua was the one who scarred his face.
No, we know how he scarred his face because he didn't have them when he fought Terra. Xehanort scarred his face.
Ollie, did you just die without even trying?
No, she was knocked out in a cutscene. I had nothing to do with it.
Oh.
Oh, thank goodness. Ven, you're safe. Ven? Oh!
Right, Ven has the X-Blade.
Nice look, then.
That's a fucking awesome looking key, and it actually has a blade.
Now that's my kind of keyblade.
Correct. I am not Ventus. His
That's
heart
not
has
Good
become
save,
part of
Mickey.
mine now. This keyblade will open a door, one that leads to all worlds. Then, keyblade-bearing warriors will flock here from each and every one of them to battle for the light within Kingdom Hearts. And just like the legend says, the Keyblade War will begin!
Shut up! I'm sick of your nonsense. Give Ven his heart back.
Riku is 2.0.
I wonder if they would have chosen that image for Kingdom Hearts if they'd watched The Big Bang Theory and learned what Sheldon Cooper said about heart drawings. That's just not something I want to talk about at this particular stage, so I'll leave it at that. Oh, you want my advice? Do not take him on head on, just keep your distance. If you can. I'd like to see a COD player do that image with that sword.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a Buster keyblade.
Yeah.
Oh, that Keyblade's the thing the entire story is, you know, based on. Well, based around, because I think Xehanort's entire plan is to forge the X-Blade.
It's pronounced Keyblade.
I know. But it's written as X-Blade, so...
No, that is the Japanese letter key.
Oh, nice.
Well, it's the... I don't know if it's a Japanese letter, but in this universe at least it is the letter key, and there is a Japanese letter that looks like that, but I'm not sure it's pronounced key.
And even so, the entire point of the story is to make that particular Keyblade. The problem is the requirements to make such a weapon, according to Mark Hamill, was so ridiculously over the top that it would be insane to even try making it. So naturally, Xehanort thought it'd be a smart idea.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he'd be trying to do it if he didn't think he could.
Well, naturally, he is only doing it just to see if he can.
Okay, that probably is a bit.
He's curious. Yeah, he's curious. That's all it is. He does because he thinks that there's some prophecy or something, and he wants to see if it'll happen. And this game is literally his first attempt at trying it.
The key.
What's wrong? Giving up
Okay, I'd
already?
say that particular boss fight was just a bit pointless, given the fact that he was just able to wave you away just like that.
Yeah.
Then, lend me strength.
Is she going to try and use the spirit bomb? Oh no, she is just acquired a lightsaber.
Wasting your energy.
Use the Force, Aqua.
What?
She broke it.
Well, technically speaking, if you remember Ven's storyline, he was inside and he willingly broke it from the inside as well. So it's possible they both broke it at the same time, conveniently. But this is the first attempt, and that Keyblade to be broken.
I like the keyholes that are emerging from the scar in the ground that's making. That's pretty
Yeah. But in doing so, Ben has made a massive sacrifice in his story.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Ian.
Hello.
Welcome back, my friend. You're just in time to catch the end of Aqua's story.
All
You've
right.
missed more than you can imagine.
Yeah.
It's fine though, right? You can just watch the video back again.
Well, yeah, so now that Keyblade is broken, which means that Xehanort's plan technically has been...
Delayed?
It's been delayed because this is literally what the organization is now for, to try this shit again.
Well, this time they don't have Thea Queen to stop them, right?
No, this time what his plan is makes very little sense in terms of a ritual thing, considering this.
Does anything in this game make more than a little sense?
Well, the rest of this will be explained in Dream Drop Distance, which will actually explain more of his plan and what his intent is. While also, you know, the next bit will also explain why Aqua is extremely important to the plot in some way.
The boy's heart is sleeping.
When will he wake?
Given what she's been through, I think she's already an important character.
It is almost
Well, she's the only one who got the title of Master.
Should it return, he may very well wake.
Because Ben wasn't qualified to take the test at all, I don't think, and Terra wasn't allowed to be given the mastery because he relied too much on the darkness.
I'll keep him safe.
Which of them is actually better,
Until
though?
he wakes.
It varies, because I'd say Aqua could beat Terra
What your friend needs right
if
now.
they really put their all
is
into
not
it.
Your protection.
But this next bit is
He
important.
needs you to believe. You see, Ventus's heart hangs in the balance. It sleeps in the place between light and dark.
Because at the moment, Ven's heart has literally been shattered again.
That means he will be looking for a friend, one who believes in him, to show him the way home.
Did you know that in Kingdom Hearts 2, that was the first time Yensid ever spoke?
Sorry?
I was saying that in Kingdom Hearts 2, that was the first time Yensid ever spoke.
Don't you
Oh,
worry,
right,
Aqua.
yeah.
I believe in Ben too. Gosh, he's been as good a friend to me as anybody. And if both you and me believe in him with all our hearts, then he'll
Rain's
have two
coming
lives
down
to
even
follow
heavier
instead
now.
of one.
Might even be able to go to work tomorrow.
3 lights.
What about you, Ollie? Have you got rain or you still got snow?
I haven't looked outside for a bit. Oh.
I think I know how to find him.
I believe this was the first game that Brett Irwin voiced Mickey.
Yeah.
Well, first time he ever voiced Mickey in anything.
Well, that's all 3 stories of Birth by Sleep. That's
What's
all 3
next,
of them
then?
done.
The secret one. Except for the secret one.
Which we will not be doing because Ollie had an accident.
Well, let's wait till after the credits and see if anything happens.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't, I already know what happens. It's just, you know,
I'm sure at some point you'll tell us, anyway.
meh.
Oh, Ventus is voiced by the same guy who did Roxas.
Yeah. Kind of makes sense when you consider they look almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yay, Rob Paulson.
Yeah.
Antoine.
He's... Oh. Isn't he also Yakko?
Yes.
Do you watch this? There's this thing he does with other voice actors that pops up on the internet now and then, where they read famous scenes. Yeah, they read famous scenes from famous movies in character as someone they voice.
Yeah. Although, for some reason, he never got in. He never does Antoine.
Oh, shame.
I think there's actually a YouTube video where James Masters sings the song he sang in Buffy the Vampire Slayer's episode Once More with Feeling.
Well then, Ollie, there's just 2 more to go. Oh boy.
You'd think this was the last one.
No, they need to establish the next big story arc, which is going to be the second Keyblade War, apparently.
I wonder if we'll be able to finish all of these before the 3rd game comes out.
It
Well,
is
we don't
possible,
know.
considering you don't know when it's coming out, and that's the problem. So,
And, you know,
a disclosed point.
Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in what, 2006?
Well, the thing is that, again, the next one, the Birth by Sleep 0.8, literally only takes an hour because it might as well be a demo, but it's basically the next part, the final part in the story, at least according to them, because it sets up Kingdom Hearts 3.
What is it with all the children in this game always putting their hands behind their head?
Maybe they
It's
itch there, I don't know.
It's an anime trait.
What now then?
Okay, so I take it you're not going to bother doing the. You're not going to try and get the secret ending.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to see if anything happens now. But if not,
so shall I just explain on the stream what it is, so we've got it as archive footage?
All right, yeah, go on.
Okay, basically, Aqua takes. Do you remember that castle that that Organization 13 used?
Yeah.
Basically, she takes Ventus's body there, and seals him there, so that they can't get him. And then after she's sealed him away and taken the master Keyblade,
yeah,
she then goes to battle. I think she goes off to battle Terranaut.
Yeah.
Which is basically Terra, and she ends up getting sealed in the world of darkness. Well, she basically something happened. I can't remember all the details, but she gets sucked into the other world and basically gets stuck there.
Right.
And that's when Birth by Sleep 0.8 starts, and she encounters Heartless for the first time. Okay, in order to get the true ending, I think you need to not only do all the storylines, but you need to complete every single one, 100% their journals.
Yeah.
Then I think you get the final chapter.
Right. Well, with that, we end Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts. The Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 bundle in general, actually. So, yeah, thanks for joining us for that. And we'll be back eventually with Dream Drop Distance, but until then... Yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye.